Hey guys, welcome back to Tia Talks, and today we have a special guest. Today we have Danny.
Hello.
How are you feeling today, Danny?
Amazing. I'm excited to be here today.
Yes, I'm excited to have you, Danny. Well, I just want to start off with just like, I want you to tell everyone what you do. What is your title in this world?
Oh my God. My title. To be honest, I don't even have one. I just say I'm a creative artist. I'm an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just an artist overall.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're my friend.
Yeah. Right.
So me and Danny met. Do you remember when we met?
Yeah, that was like last summer, right?
Yeah, it was in the summer. Do you remember where?
Yeah, in Union Square.
Yes, Union
Square.
Square.
And ever since then, we've been so friends. Like, I just love you. I just love your vibe. I just love your tone. I'm like, Tia, that's my girl right
Oh,
here.
Danny, I love you. Yes, like even then, like when we first met, I was taking your photo.
Yeah, you did. I remember that. Especially the one we did in the rooftop with the orange hat.
Oh, yes.
That photo went viral.
Yes.
Viral. That was like, I love that photo.
Yeah, so tell me about those hats. So like when did you make your first hat?
Okay, so actually I made a pink one. It was like years ago. And the inspiration behind those hats was Pamela Anderson.
Okay.
She wore this pink hat, really VMAs, whatever. I'm like, okay, I want to recreate that.
Come closer.
But for the photo shoot.
Mm-hmm.
But that never happened. So I decided put my hat away, and then a year later, my friend wanted to wear the hat for a party.
Mm-hmm.
So when you took the photos of you took.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So everything somebody had posted it, I was like, wait a minute, why I didn't do this before? I can make money off of it because everybody kept asking where to get it. So
right.
Yeah.
So it was just like chance. It was like it wasn't really like planned. It was just like people kept asking
for
it.
Chance because he needed an outfit. He wore the hat, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, I love your hat." And then ever since then, I've been busy making those hats.
Right. So how long does it take you to make the hat? The feather hat.
For one hat, it takes about maybe a good 2 to 3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, so I would make about maybe 5 or 6 hats per day. And it's a tedious work, and I be on my head, like, you know, all day,
going around.
Yeah.
With the feathers.
Mm-hmm. And it gets so messy, the feathers be all over my apartment.
Oh
like,
my God.
Yeah, I be waking up in the morning with the feathers in my eyes. Like.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, when we did that photo shoot on the rooftop,
Mm-hmm.
like, what was, like, your inspiration? Like, why the gloves? Why the hat? Like, what was the aesthetic you were going for?
I think the glove was always being part of my aesthetic.
The what?
The glove, yeah.
Oh, the gloves.
I always love gloves.
Oh, okay.
I never really like, okay, I'm gonna wear this because it looks good. I just wear it because it makes me feel good, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like an orange hat with an orange glove.
Yes.
And it was just summertime. It was so hot outside.
It was so hot outside.
Burning, especially on the rooftop. And the floor was like hot, burning. But we killed it though. We did. It. Yeah.
And I was wearing those like fake Crocs, and they were melting because it was just so hot.
Yeah.
And I was just like, Danny, I don't know if you know this, but I was so nervous.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, my friend wants me to take photos. Like, usually when I take your photo, we're out, like, at a party or something. Mm-hmm. But this was, like, a serious thing.
The reason why I asked you to take photos, because remember the first photo that you took when I was wearing a cowboy hat with a cut set.
Yes.
With a skirt.
Yes.
And when you took the picture, I was like, you know what, to get the vibe that I was trying to go for. Because every time somebody tried to take a picture, it was never the vision, the caption that I needed. Mm-hmm. But somehow you understood it, you got it without even me directing you, telling you like do that, do this, but you just get there and like, there we go.
So since then, like where has like your photo been published? Like I've seen it like all over like Twitter and stuff. So like you been sending these photos out to people, or are they like reaching out to you?
For the hat, about the hat?
No, like for that photo.
Well, actually, all I did was literally post it on Instagram, and that's how I know. It's just like boom,
It blew up.
It was on Tumblr, it was on Twitter, it was on Facebook, and somebody had posted on YouTube. Somebody had a little podcast on their show, and they're talking about my photos. I was like, oh shit, it was in Africa. Oh,
it was
damn.
in Africa.
Like, yeah, I was like, oh damn. But yeah, it was just like it just went viral. Yeah.
Oh my god,
that's my favorite photo the entire year.
Oh
yeah, because of you, bro.
Yes, our teamwork. But since then, you've been doing a lot of photo shoots. Right?
Yeah.
So what was your last one? I saw you posted. And who's the photographer?
My last one was I had a little orange body armor.
Okay.
It's inspired by a great zone that you took back in the 80s.
Okay.
So that was my inspiration of that. There's a photographer named Mark. He's from Philly.
Okay.
And he's an amazing photographer that I worked with for years. So that was my most recent one.
Okay.
And that also went viral.
That one went viral? Yeah, so I think that's your thing is like you have this vision. That's like something unique about you is that you have these like visions and like you want to capture like you and like highlight like your style and also pay homage to like I guess like the past, like the past fashion and everything. So now what I want to know is like what are you looking forward to? Like do you have your next like idea? Like who's inspiring you for the next photo shoot?
I'm glad you asked that because every time I do a photo shoot, I always find inspiration that have some kind of connection to me. Like for example, like Great Zone, she has this gender fluidly things about her, and she being a big advocate, and she's also just positive, and I'm big on just positive too.
Yes.
So I can relate to her on that point, and she has this androgynous fear that I can relate to. So I just don't pick people just because. I pick people like specific reason why I can relate to.
Okay. All right. So tell me more about like this like gender fluid aesthetic that you have. Or when did you like first realize like this is who I am and this is how I want to dress and this is how I want to present myself to the public?
I wouldn't say it's been a long time coming, to be honest. It took about almost 25 years to get to the point where I am today. I feel like through my teenage year, in my early 20s, I was struggling to find who am I as a person, as a gay man, especially in the Black community, because I just always felt like there's always one specific way to be a gay Black man in that gay community. So I was like, okay, it was like uncomfortable feeling to me that I knew that that's not the person who I was supposed to be. So I did story starting, trying to be, everything's moving here. That's when it's actually
moving to New York.
Yeah, that's when I actually explore more people, different vibe people, and that's when I was like, okay, I think I'm becoming the person I'm supposed to be. And
right.
Here I am.
And here you are.
Yeah.
And you're celebrated. People love you. Like people like come up to me. They're like, yeah, like Danny's been wearing like skirts and Jordans for like a minute now.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't know. Like a lot of people do look up to you. So like what advice can you give to like other people in your community that are like trying to like that same thing that like they're trying to figure out like their style and like who they are? What advice can you give them?
My advice for them is, I want to say it's not an easy journey to go through. That's the first and foremost, because, and you might win some, you might lose some during the process of it.
Like friends, you mean?
Yeah, like you may lose your friends. It could be anything. You gotta be prepared for that. But my advice to them is try to explore any possibility anything, especially in a position where you may feel like you feeling uncomfortable. That is a good time to change something, do something, because you don't want to ever be in a position where you feel too comfortable. Because when you too comfortable of being not being who you are as a person, then you're never really gonna get to see of yourself as a full potential.
Right.
So that's my biggest fear. So I'm always like, you got to be your best version of yourself.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
true. I agree with that too. Because I feel like if you're too comfortable, you're not going to change. And if you're looking for something, or if you want to become or reinvent yourself, you have to put yourself in a position where you're not necessarily like going to be 100% comfortable.
And I gotta tell you this, you also gotta be vulnerable. You gotta open yourself bare. You gotta take your wall down, and you gotta prepare yourself to be honest with yourself.
Right.
That's first and foremost, because I don't think a lot of people are honest with themselves when it comes to wanting to be the best version of yourself. Because, you know, if you gotta change something, then the first thing you need to do is be honest with yourself.
Right.
You know? So,
Right. Okay, Danny.
Yeah.
You talking, Danny? It's like, it's you.
Yeah.
So let's go into it. All right. So Danny, Twitter.
Yeah.
Tell me about your Twitter.
On my Twitter, but which Twitter I be talking about?
We talking about the explicit Twitter.
Yeah, so my OnlyFans stuff on Twitter.
Yeah. So tell me, when you get started in OnlyFans?
Okay, so I started OnlyFans literally right before the pandemic happened.
Okay.
And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately for me, but it happened right when everybody jumping on the wave of doing OnlyFans, because not everybody's working and they need to find money to make. But that wasn't the case for me, because I always been very comfortable with my sexuality. That's why I'm very sex positive, and you know, I advocate for it. And you know, sex work is work, period.
Right.
And but yeah, I always been, you know, sex positive, and you know, sex for long I can remember. I'm just realizing it now, you know. And on top of that, make money off of it.
Right.
Why not? You know. So yeah.
And you have a following.
Yeah.
Like a large following.
Yes, I do.
So I guess like, how does that affect your personal life, like your friendships and like dating and stuff like that? You being on the internet
In
a sexual way.
Here's I want people to know that everything that you see, my Instagram, Twitter, social media, whatever, is what you're gonna see in real life. Cause I'm a type of person. I'm an open book. Okay, so that's another part to be vulnerable. You know, because you put your position to be judged by people, but frankly, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
You know, but I don't think I had an issue when it comes to dating.
Okay.
Because I think so far it's never been a problem. I think, you know, but however, don't get me wrong. Just because what you see, what I do in my OnlyFans stuff, does not mean I'm the hoest person.
Hoish, you said?
Yeah.
So Danny is not a hoe, y'all.
At all. You know, it purely for work, you know.
It's work, yes.
Because my actual sex life is completely opposite from what I do on my OnlyFans.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I can definitely be in a monogamous relationship. Like, I can be in a relationship and separate from what I do for work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So from like your past experiences, like with your past partners in relationships, how did they take it?
How do they take it?
Like, do you tell them, or they already know, like, before approaching you most of the time?
I just feel like right now, anybody that has approached me or reach out to me, they already know what I do, so they
Right.
don't really have to ask what I do for a living because they already know because I'm pretty much everywhere, to be
Yeah,
honest.
everyone knows
So it's like hard to
Danny.
admit.
Danny.
It's hard to admit. But I would say that like, I would like to have more conversation about it when it comes to dating because I
Okay.
think a lot of with the issue nowadays because when you get into a relationship and this person knows that oh, okay you do OnlyFans cool they may be okay with it but it still need to be have a conversation about it because it's not something that you can drop under the rug and be like, hey, yeah, he don't OnlyFans, okay, cool. No, you gotta know what the boundary is. Are you
Right.
okay with it? And also health issues, health safety, you know what I'm saying? Because you're doing sex work and relationship and you haven't sex with this person, you haven't sex with other people, it's so important
Yeah.
you go get tested, know your status because not knowing your status when it comes to doing sex work relationship, it's a dangerous game
Yeah, it's
to
very
play with.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Well, thank you for sharing.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
Yes, Danny. So, what do you want? What are you like excited for, like for the future?
For the future, I definitely want to leave sex work.
Oh, you want to leave sex
Yeah,
work?
I do. Because that's not something I want to do for a long time because I already knew that from the beginning. However, I do want to expand in that field.
Okay.
I want to own a studio where it's a safe space for sex workers. I want to do film or whatever it is. I want to create a safe space for them.
Okay.
I want to direct. I want to direct creative photoshoot for whoever. I want to come up with a book.
A book about your life?
Not so
Or
much
like a
about my
photo
life.
book?
More like a copy book.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to do copy book, of course, about stuff positive, and I want it to be what is sexy to you.
Okay.
And I want to do photoshoot with different people of, what stuff to them, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a couple of things.
That's amazing. I love that vision. I could see that
Hopefully
for
I'll be
you.
married, but who knows?
Okay. So how's your dating life now?
Oh, Jesus.
Are you single? Are you like, what's going on,
Oh
Zanny?
my God, how is my dating life?
The people want to know. The people want to know.
I mean, I gotta rotate, a little bit. But,
Rotate, Zanny.
No, not like that. Not like that. Not like that. But I'd say that it's a little difficult for me because I get bored quickly.
Okay.
And no, I'm sorry. It's like
Yeah.
I gotta. Like my type when it comes to dating, you gotta be very adventurous, spontaneous.
Yes.
I love a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe too much of a good time. Yeah, I get bored really quickly, and I'm like, okay, what's happening? Like, I need to move on to the next. Yeah.
Okay, so people that are listening, you gotta be adventurous for Danny.
Okay.
Okay. Take him somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, like make it memorable.
I don't mind some diamonds and bags either.
Oh. Okay, so Danny, with like your following and like your status within your community, have you had any experiences where like people would like come up to you and be like be really like invasive? Like how are you able to like manage it, like, or if you can explain like a story or something that happened, or yeah.
When I be out and about when people can come to me?
Like they approach you because they think they know you.
I want to say about 90% of the time was always being a good experience because they're very respectable, which I really appreciate.
Okay.
I appreciate the fact that they treat me as a person. But the other 10%,
yeah,
they
cross the line.
They come up to me like, "Bro, you better slow down your road, because don't be talking me real crazy just because you see all that. Don't mean you can crack me like you reckless." But my experience been really good
It's been
overall.
okay.
You know, it's like they treat me like a person, but you know, I feel like that's for everybody. Everybody should. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
So now you also have like you've been like hosting parties. I've been seeing on your
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So what was like the first like party you hosted?
Well, you know, okay, so my first party I've hosted was like years ago, but it was non-paid, but I enjoyed it because I felt like, okay, I'm being recognized
Right.
and they want me to host it, so I really appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't until like this year,
So this was your year.
yeah, and you know, people started asking me to host party events and getting paid to do it, which I really
Okay.
appreciate.
Yes.
So I didn't realize, oh my God, I can really add this to my resume, you know?
Add it on.
Okay. So maybe one day I can make $1,000 per hosting, you know? But
Okay.
yeah, I enjoyed doing it because I enjoyed socializing with people first and
Mm-hmm.
foremost, and then come to an event where I can be myself. That's very important for
Right.
me to do. But yeah, I really enjoy hosting parties,
Yeah.
events, and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I feel like you also get really into it because you plan the outfits and
Oh
everything.
yeah.
You get really into it, Danny.
Yeah, I love doing it because I love the preparation of getting ready,
You love it.
getting my face done, my haircut, putting my outfit together. Like, I really take the time, you know. I think that's why I appreciate people recognizing asking me to host it because they see that I really take the time, money, everything into everything that I do. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
hmm
So tell me about like how you got into like makeup because you're also like a makeup artist as
Yeah.
well. Okay.
Yeah, that was like my first career I ever done at the beginning. I started doing makeup about 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Yeah, so I was like maybe 20, 21 at the time, 22, 21. And I moved to Atlanta, and that's how I actually started doing makeup. And it wasn't even a month when I say my makeup career was like,
It just took off.
cook up overnight. Like,
Damn,
and I was working
Danny.
with a couple of, you know, celebrities. My first client was the movie from The Player Club,
Right.
the one with the blonde hair, Ronnie, Krista Wilson. She was
Yes.
like my first client when I was living in Atlanta. Yeah,
Oh,
and she was
wow.
so lovely, so lovely.
Wow. And so now, like in New York, do you still do makeup?
Oh yeah, every now and then. I mean, I make money anywhere I can find. So yeah, I still do makeup sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as an entrepreneur, has it been like challenging or just been like
Oh yeah, definitely challenging because I get so overwhelmed with a lot of because I have a lot of projects every day, all the time. So it's hard for me to keep a track of um, what am I doing today, what am I doing tomorrow, what am I doing next week. I'd be so busy, like so
right
freaking busy. So it's definitely challenging because I get overwhelmed. Like, okay, I'm
with
taking
the
too much.
schedule and
Yeah,
stuff?
the scheduling and the amount of work I gotta do, it's like, ooh, like I need a moment. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's the downside of being a creative person because being a creative person, you already got to keep on moving all the time. hmm
So with like your timing and stuff, like how what like when you're like feeling overwhelmed and everything, what do you do to like, you know, I'm trying to say, like what do you do to like get yourself together? Like when
Like
you're
decompose.
downtime. Yeah.
So I like to, me being Pisces, I like to detach myself from reality for a little bit, be in my own world.
Yeah. Do you disconnect from like the internet too?
Yeah, I might disappear a little bit.
Right. No, I feel
My
like
friends and family may not hear from me for a little bit.
Right.
Do some meditating. And I also like to get back into look up for inspiration whatever I can find it at. And that's how I like to get back into it when I need to take a break from reality.
Okay.
hmm
All right. So when you are, you know, in that like space what are like some things that like you like to do, like like listen and watch?
Like when I'm decomposing?
Yeah. Like, is there some like one particular like show or like song that you just need to like turn on to like set the mood, like get your mind right?
Like the source of inspiration or something?
Yeah.
Um,
When you're like detaching.
okay. Actually, there's nobody. It's just me and by myself,
Yeah.
when I'm,
Just,
in my own world. It's really simple. It's nothing, that great. I be in my room all day.
mm-hmm.
Like, I literally talk to myself. Like, literally talk to myself.
Right.
Like, having conversation with me every day, and I feel like that's part of the big reason why I get so creative because I talk to myself. I think about things all the time to make sure I'm in tune with myself.
Right.
Because if I'm not in tune with myself, I get so,
Yeah.
all over the place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you're in like the creative process,
Uh-huh.
do you like make mood boards? Like how do you like find inspiration?
Oh, God. My creative process is a little unorganized.
Oh.
Yeah, because I come up with ideas out of the blue. It's not something. If I see something, I'm like, I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's do it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's always something comes up. So it's like so that's why honestly I'm trying to do a better job trying to get organized. Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna do this, because I'm always trying to do everything, at once.
Right.
That's why I get so overwhelmed with my creative process. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're coming up with like content for like your OnlyFans, do you like ever take like requests from like the followers, or it's just like you don't?
Yes, I do all the time, every day.
Right.
All the time.
So what type of like what was like a request that like you wasn't really comfortable with, but you did it?
Was there things that, of course,
there were things
that
you're not comfortable with doing?
Oh no, I would never do anything that if I don't feel uncomfortable with,
Okay.
first and foremost, because that's the great thing about being a sex worker. It's like you can always say no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how much money there is, you can always say no because I'm still a person, I'm still a human being, and I have boundaries. So of course I'm not gonna do anything that I don't feel comfortable.
Right. Mm-hmm. So what's like most requested for OnlyFans?
The most bizarre request. I mean, it's not a bizarre. Because it's some people is into it. If they into it, cool, whatever float your boat. But I'm not into it. But I have a request from someone to do it. How do I say this without being so
vulgar
or gross?
No, you just say it.
It's basically a human race. Number 2 on their face.
Oh.
So.
Oh wow.
I was like, no, no, thank you. Because even with the money, like you can offer me $10,000.
Wait, so you haven't done this request, or you have? Danny?
I can't because I know how easily I can get grossed out.
Oh, okay.
I would throw up.
Right.
And the fact that I have to do it on your face, and then you're gonna,
Yeah.
No, I can't.
You're not into that.
No, that's not happening. No. Yeah.
So that's like a one of your boundaries.
Out of my boundary.
Out of the boundaries. Bye.
Out of the boundaries. Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, when did you start like your YouTube? Because you have a huge following on YouTube too.
Yes. So I started my YouTube back in Atlanta. I was living in Atlanta, which is about 10 years ago actually. I used to do like transformation of myself, like different, courses. That before I started doing makeup for other people, because that's when I realized, oh my God, I'm pretty good at this. So I kept doing it. More people started, recognizing, following me.
Right.
And, with my Instagram, which like and have people reaching out like, oh, I want you to do my makeup, da da da, or because other YouTube
Wow.
I do.
So are you like currently making money off of YouTube?
Huh?
Are you making money off of YouTube?
No, because here's the thing. I back in time, yeah, but now no, because I don't enjoy. People don't realize it's a lot of job doing YouTube because you gotta film it, you gotta edit it, and it's a lot of work into it. And I'm not a what you call it a technology person, so it's
Okay.
like no, but it was fun while it
While it
lasted. Yeah,
lasted.
yeah. I just like the creative part, but when it comes to like the business side of it, the editing part of that stuff, yeah,
No, you're not
I
into
don't
it.
get into it. No, no,
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, Danny, you
Mhm.
ready?
Yeah.
What is something that like your followers and your fans don't know about you?
um, I'm very shy. I'm a shy person. I'm shy by nature, and what else they don't know about me? What do you think? Cause you've been a friend of mine for so long.
Yeah,
Like, what do you think?
you are shy.
Yeah.
Even when I first met you,
Yeah.
you were kind of like standoffish. You were like,
Uh-huh.
"Who is this girl, Tia?"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it take a moment for me, like
to
I
warm up
gotta
to people.
observe to see who you are at the person and how we gonna vibe. But once I get the vibe, then I can be like,
Right.
But I'm very shy about nature.
But then when you like warm up to people, you are like you're open.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely go all
You
in.
go in,
Yeah, I go
yeah.
all in.
I feel like you're also like you're a good listener.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
You
much.
are a good listener.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And you do give good advice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I give good advice, but I can't use advice for myself.
Right.
I'm bad at it.
I know. I do the same.
Yeah.
But yes.
Yeah. And if you don't mind, I want to say this too.
What?
I feel like I'm trying to use the platform for the good reason. I think people already know, but I want to bring out even more because I feel like we need to
speak
talk
your
about
mind,
it.
Danny.
Because I'm a big advocate for health.
Health.
I've been HIV positive for about since I was 21, like 13 years, 12 years, 13 years. So that's one thing people don't know a lot about myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but now you know.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Uh-huh.
On Tia Talks. But thank you for sharing that.
Of course.
So how is that like that whole process like with being a sex worker? And are you also like engaging? Do you only work with like other people that also are HIV positive or no?
Okay, so my process of like when I'm collaborating with other people, first and foremost, I always let them know, hey, I'm HIV positive, and is that okay with you? And I also need to ask their status because it's important for me to their whole status before working with each other. I feel like everybody, should
know.
And then on top of that, I have to get tested more frequently more than others. Some people will get health tests maybe like every 3 months. For me, it's going to be every month.
Right.
So I gotta make sure my health is always, making sure it's up there before I do anything else.
Okay. Well, you're staying on top of it. You're taking care of yourself, right?
I mean,
and you be cooking, Danny.
Cook? I be throwing it down.
Yes,
yeah,
I
love to cook. Yeah, I think I love to cook because that's my another way of showing love. I love to see people eating my food and they enjoying it. That's like my love language.
Oh,
yeah.
I need to come and eat your food.
Yeah, you gotta come over here.
I want the soup.
Yeah.
You made some soup one time. It looked so good.
The soup. Oh yeah, the beef soup.
Yeah,
that was so good. That's my first time making it, and I did myself.
I also want to like give you some flowers too. Like when I'm watching your stories and stuff, and you be getting us like engaged to the followers.
Yeah.
You be like, okay, guys, what am I making today? And I'm clicking. I'm like, oh man, I missed it.
Yeah, like I actually love engaging with my followers because one thing I've noticed about people with a big following, they don't engage with their followers, and they follow you for a reason. They want to know about you. So I feel like people who follow me want to know more about me. So I engage with them all the time when I can, with boundaries, of course. And I think that's what they like about why they follow me. Yeah.
So Danny, do you have any like upcoming events? Like where can people like find you and see you and
Right now, I don't have anything.
Yeah. Because it's the holiday season.
It is the holiday season. I'm gonna be with my family. I'm gonna take a little break.
Okay.
Get back into my little own world and taking care of me.
Okay.
Before I get back into it.
Yes. Well, I want to wish you like a happy holiday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss you because my birthday is in December, like on the 18th.
Oh yeah.
So you're not gonna be here.
Oh, what you gonna be doing for your birthday?
I wanted to have like a party.
Well, I'm there.
Are you gonna be here at the 18th?
Yeah.
December?
Yes, I'll be here.
I thought you traveling. You gave me a list.
Well, I'm gonna be leaving after that, so we good.
Are you sure,
yeah.
Danny?
I'll be here. I'm here to turn up for Tia's birthday.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Because I was actually really sad. I was like, no, I want him to come. Here. Okay, cool. So we'll have the whole gang here. But, and then where can people find you? Like on social media? Like what are all your handles? Like plug in.
Yeah, so you can find me on Twitter. I honestly don't know what's my damn Twitter, because I got two.
He got two Twitter.
Well, you can drop in the link and they can find you.
Yeah.
So.
The link below. Or up here.
Yeah, up here, whatever you're going to put it. Yeah. Yeah.
Follow Danny. Go check out his content.
Yeah.
The hats. Do you have a website? Are you working on the website?
Oh, wait, now it's down. So you can actually reach out to me about the hat by my Instagram. Or you can email me.
Okay.
My email information is also in my Instagram as well.
Also, I want to know, do the hats have a name or is just the feather hats?
See, I'm in a space where I'm trying to find a name for my brand because I don't want to have one specific name because I want to have one specific name for all my brands. Like Rihanna. She is
like
a brand.
Fenty.
Fenty. Fenty is for everything that she does.
Right.
So that's what I'm trying to do right now. I want to have one specific name that I can put on for all my products.
Okay, we'll talk. We'll figure it out.
I'm a visionary. Yeah.
I'm excited for you to find that name and that brand. And I just want you to keep going, Danny.
Yeah.
Because you inspire me. I don't know if I ever told you that.
Thank you.
But like ever since we did that photo shoot and like us spending time together, like you pushed me, to like, Tia, take care of your skin and do this and like it's important to have like people like you like that, are doing what they want to do and like are loving it and so I'm thankful for our friendship and I'm thankful for you to be here.
Love you.
Yes. So everyone check us out, check Danny out and support us and we love you guys and this is Tia Talks with Danny. Any last words for the people? Any words, Danny?
I'm ready to go.
He's like, I'm tired.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah, so thank you. And everyone, thanks for listening. Tia is out.
Hey, yo, what's good, bro? I walk in like, best believe I keep an ear to the streets and an eye for the freaks. Ain't no telling what been happening in the sheets. This show hot like the pot been cooking. Coming to your talks if you out here pushing. A&R fans and brands stay looking. You know who to call when you ready for a booking. Shorty bad, watch the way she walk. Shorty real, realest pockets in New York. In the building to your body, set it off. Bouncing, baby. No shorty bad, watch the way she walk. Shorty real, realest pockets in New York. In the building to your body, set it off. Bouncing, baby. Beat yourself on your home lane. Talk your shit, feeling no pain. Take that stress off of your brain. Come home down, take the J train. This your moment and you got it. You kill, you still got it on and poppin'. Hit it till you lead the haters home, cause they nodding. Tell them when they know they gon' watch it.